For the past 3 years, I have been getting these in the mail. Discover seems to like my credit score and how good I am with my payments, and I keep getting this in the mail. Like, I want to say I'm getting at least one every 2 months. I remember there was a time where this was something that I really want to have. It was a time when I had fresh credit score. I didn't have all that history, and I was really wishing I could have this credit card in my arsenal so I can really maximize some rewards. Unfortunately, I applied for this credit card at the beginning of my credit journey and I was rejected. So with this in mind, I wanted to see if this credit card is as good as I thought it was back then, and how it compares with today's 5% credit cards. So let's get to it. Discover is a really great credit card. It's a great all-around credit card. It has 5% rotating categories, just like a Freedom Flex, and it's a no annual fee credit card. So it's a really useful credit card. I thought it would be great to see a comparison though between the Freedom Flex, the Custom Cash by Citi, and the Discover It credit card. Because all of these are in the same category, non-annual fee 5% credit cards. Let's see how they compare. For the first year, the sign-up bonus for the Discover It is 5% extra to all spending made in the first year. So that would be a 10% cash ROI, but I have to say that the first 5% would only apply to the $1,500 every 3 months. Every quarter, you're gonna get up to $1,500, 5% on these categories, and you see it's groceries, Amazon, gas, PayPal, so it's even more broad than the Freedom Flex. The 10% ROI really applies up to the first $6,000 for the first year if you can maximize all these categories. So that could be potentially more like 7.5. But if you have a big purchase, it doesn't matter what it is, even if you buy a car, even if you buy something really like an expensive watch, I would put that on this credit card. I would specifically get this Discover It credit card just to get that 5% back. Because 5% back on $5,000 is $250. So $250 immediately just by getting this credit card. So yeah, it's a really good credit card for that first year. That 5% you're gonna get, no matter the amount, is amazing. I gave as spending for the Discover It the average between the Freedom Flex and the Custom Cash because I wanted to keep it comparable so we can see. So that 10% really doesn't say the full story. There's a good chance that you're gonna get less than that. But if you buy something really expensive, you're gonna get a very good return. When we compare the numbers really one-to-one, 45% cash return for the Freedom Flex, 67.5 on travel. For the Citi Custom Cash, 32% on cash and 40% on travel. And this is the weak point of the Discover It credit card. It doesn't have any transfer partners. It's a cash-only credit card. So yeah, there's only so much you can do. On the second year, we only are left with the 5% on rotating categories. So really, that's the maximum you can get, 30,000 points, so $300. And that's about it. We see that with the Freedom Flex and the Custom Cash, we get at least that. And then we can transfer to transfer partners and we can get more for travel. So immediately, both of these credit cards are better than the Discover It. And let's compare them one next to the other. The first would be the Chase Freedom Flex, the second the Citi Custom Cash, and the third the Discover It. I have the asterisk on the third because it really depends, especially for the first year, how much you're gonna spend on the Discover It credit card, because that 5% again applies, the sign-up bonus of 5% applies to all amounts. So you could really spend a lot of money on this credit card and still get the 5%. While in the other credit cards, you're gonna get maximum that 5% on the $6,000. So yeah, potentially on the first year, the Discover It could make more sense. So what's the verdict? The verdict is that the Discover It starts showing its age. When it first came out, we didn't have this kind of great credit cards in the market. Right now, there's no travel partners. We have two options now for 5% with the same rotating categories, basically. So yeah, you can potentially say that I can have all three of them and get 5% on everything. And I couldn't disagree with that. So potentially you could have all these three credit cards and use the custom cash for something that you know the other two don't cover, like restaurants. You can have the Freedom Flex with the rotating categories, and the same with the Discover It, and basically get 5% on everything. But the credit card itself starts showing its age. It's very much like the Sapphire Preferred. Great all-around credit card. When they first came out, they were really nice credit cards to have. But right now, I cannot really recommend the Discover It for any other reason except for you're ready to buy something that's very expensive and you're thinking about putting it on a credit card. And at that point, I would say, will they give you the spending limit to put that amount on your credit card? So it's showing its age. Let me know what you guys think. If you have the Discover It, please let me know what's your experience. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe. Until the next one. Ciao.